So welcome to this session on Salesforce DML and triggers. In this session, we are going to learn about what is DML. So far, we have seen how to retrieve data using SOQL, SOSL, store them in collection objects, loop through them using the for loops. So let's look at how to add new records, update existing records, or if required, delete records. Basically, you can do a DML on objects here. You can do insert, update, delete. You do not have a direct insert delete update statement from the command prompt like you do in Oracle or other databases. You first have to retrieve the data into either a list, or you'll have to instantiate an object, S object, in the form of a class that you see here, and basically fill up the parameters, which are class parameters are basically the field values that you pass on to, and then you can do an insert or an update. You can also update records that are already present in the database, like you doing a query, get the ID, and then do that update. You can also do SOQL to store them in list objects and update a couple of records in one go, okay, instead of one object at a time. You can use delete to delete the records. Deleted records stay in the system for in recycle bin for 14 days till the time you retrieve them. Now, how do you use S objects in Apex? Basically, the first line shows you to instantiate a new empty object instance of account, and otherwise you can also declare array of objects, or you can create a list of accounts. The list of account is very useful because basically list is what you use to manipulate data and overcome governor limits. You can create multiple account objects and insert it to a list, add it to a list, and do one insert, okay. And DML statements in how do you basically create a DML? You create an instance of a contact, insert the contact, pass the parameter, which are the fields which are required. Basically, when you do an insert, you get an ID back. The record update is successful. For update and delete, we need an ID. So basically, you query an object into ID from a contact with a matching ID. Yeah. Alright, so basically you'll retrieve that contact into a contact object, and their ID is equal to something. Then you fill up the properties. Contact.fieldName is equal to value. Once you do this object is initialized, you're given it a value, and you're going to update. Okay, so this is how you do an insert and an update.